How to heal from harm caused by a narcissistic coworker. If you've ever been the victim of a narcissistic coworker, you know how difficult it can be to deal with their behavior. From manipulation and gaslighting to undermining your work, narcissistic coworkers can cause serious harm to both your mental health and career. But there is hope. With patience, understanding, and self-care practices, it is possible to heal from the damage caused by a narcissistic coworker. Today, we will explore 8 steps that will help you recover from the pain of dealing with a toxic colleague. Dealing with a narcissistic coworker can leave you feeling hurt, angry, and frustrated. Narcissistic personality disorder, NPD, traits like gaslighting, undermining, and taking credit for others' work can affect your mental health, performance, and job satisfaction. However, there are some steps you can take to heal and move on. Step 1. Validate your feelings. Recognize that it is normal to feel hurt or upset after being subjected to a narcissistic colleague's toxic behavior. Allow yourself to feel the emotions and work through them. Step 2. Seek professional help if needed. Consider talking to a therapist or counselor about your experiences. They can help you develop coping strategies and manage the psychological impact of the narcissistic coworker's behavior. Step 3. Practice self-care. There are many ways to practice self-care when dealing with a narcissistic coworker. Here are some. Take breaks from work. Make sure to step away from your desk and give yourself time to relax and decompress. Taking short walks, listening to calming music, or spending time with friends and family can go a long way in restoring your energy and mental health. Eat healthy meals, get enough sleep, and exercise regularly. These activities are essential for maintaining good physical and mental health after dealing with a narcissistic colleague. Make time for things you enjoy doing, like reading, watching movies, or engaging in hobbies. Doing something enjoyable will help you feel better and give your mind a break from the stress of dealing with a narcissistic coworker. Step 4. Journal your thoughts. Journaling can be a helpful way to express your thoughts and emotions. It can also help you gain clarity and perspective on the situation. Step 5. Create action plans. Develop action plans for managing interactions with the narcissistic coworker. Set clear boundaries and hold them accountable for their actions. Focus on positive relationships. Cultivate positive relationships with colleagues and friends. Positive feedback and validation can help restore confidence and restore your faith in humanity. Remember that healing from the effects of a narcissistic coworker takes time and effort. However, these steps can help you develop healthy coping mechanisms and build resilience, even in the most challenging circumstances. Keep focusing on your emotional well-being and always put yourself first when it comes to your mental health. Toxic behaviors of narcissistic coworkers in the workplace. The narcissistic coworkers can display a range of toxic behaviors. Some of these include gaslighting, manipulating others to make them question their memories, thoughts, and feelings, undermining colleagues, sabotaging their work or belittling their ideas to make themselves look better than everyone else, taking credit for other people's work, claiming accomplishments that were not theirs, disrespecting boundaries, failing to recognize or respect personal space or boundaries set by others. These behaviors typically leave victims feeling disrespected, invalidated, and powerless. It is important to reach out for help if you are dealing with this type of coworker, as it can become very damaging over time. A narcissistic coworker is a person who is full of themselves, doesn't care about other people's feelings, and wants lots of attention. They might do things like try to trick you into thinking things that aren't true, try to make you feel bad by saying mean things or taking credit for things they didn't do, or not respecting your space. These people can be very damaging if left alone. Narcissistic coworkers often display a range of self-aggrandizing behaviors to get attention from their colleagues. They may use phrases like, "I'm the best at my job," or "I know more than anyone else here," to make themselves appear superior and important. Narcissistic coworkers may also undermine their colleagues, take credit for their work, or disrespect boundaries to make themselves look better. The negative impacts of working with narcissistic coworkers. Narcissistic coworkers can impact your work life in innumerable ways that can be detrimental to your mental and physical well-being. Some of the negative impacts of working with a narcissist include anxiety, stress, and depression caused by a lack of social support and the constant worry of potential harm or sabotage instigated by the narcissistic coworker. Anxiety, stress, and depression, negative thoughts, and reduced performance. The negative impacts of working with narcissistic coworkers can be far-reaching. They may lead to decreased job satisfaction and self-esteem, as well as a lack of motivation and a sense of isolation. Working with a narcissistic coworker can also affect relationships outside of work due to the mental exhaustion and stress that comes from dealing with such a toxic individual. Practical strategies and techniques for overcoming narcissistic coworkers. However, it is possible to overcome the effects of a narcissistic coworker, heal from it, and move forward. Here are some proven strategies that can help. Establish boundaries. Find support. Consider finding a mentor. Seek professional assistance practicing self-care. Reminding the importance of practicing self-care and building resilience. Dealing with a narcissistic coworker can be challenging, but it is possible to overcome the effects and move forward. The key to success is by prioritizing taking care of yourself emotionally, seeking support, and keeping focused on the bigger picture. Importance of practicing self-care and building resilience. Self-care is essential in dealing with a narcissistic coworker. Taking care of your mind, body, and spirit will help build resilience that can be used to effectively handle such toxic behavior. Self-care includes things like getting enough sleep, exercising regularly, eating healthy meals, and engaging in activities that make you feel good. Additionally, seeking out professional help from a mental health provider can be beneficial in understanding and managing the negative impact of working with a narcissistic coworker. Consequences: if you do not address your narcissistic coworker. If you do not address your narcissistic coworker, then their behavior will continue to hurt your life. They may continue to make inappropriate remarks, take credit for others' work, or belittle you in front of others. This can lead to reduced productivity and satisfaction at work and may cause anxiety, stress, and depression. Additionally, the lack of support may lead to feelings of isolation or unsupported in the workplace. It is important to take action and address this issue as soon as possible to ensure your overall well-being in both the short term and long term. What are the negative impacts of working with narcissistic coworkers? The negative impacts of working with narcissistic coworkers include anxiety, stress, depression caused by lack of social support, and worry of potential harm or sabotage instigated by the narcissistic coworker. Other consequences can include decreased job satisfaction and self-esteem, as well as a lower motivation and a sense of isolation. What are the consequences if you do not address your narcissistic coworker? If you do not address your narcissistic coworker, then their behavior will continue to hurt your life. They may continue to make inappropriate remarks, take credit for others' work, or belittle you in front of others. This can lead to reduced productivity and satisfaction at work and may cause anxiety, stress, and depression. Additionally, the lack of support may lead to feelings of isolation or being unsupported in the workplace. It is important to take action and address this issue as soon as possible to ensure your overall well-being in both the short term and long term. Conclusion: working with a narcissistic coworker can be difficult and cause emotional distress. Taking care of yourself and prioritizing self-care is essential to managing the impact of such behavior. Additionally, setting boundaries and seeking out professional help can be beneficial in handling the situation. Above all else, it is important to address this issue as soon as possible to ensure your overall well-being in the long term.